more to vehicles than just scrap iron. If I'm gonna drive this thing around, I don't want it to end up burning to the ground.
A little sticky.
I'm starting to think these Chevy guys might be onto something. All right, guys, you saw us get a bunch going on Resurrection Row, as I called it. Now, I like to call this Workhorse Row. Now, if you guys see anything in the video today that you like, let us know. Leave a comment, and we'll hook you up with the owner of these vehicles, Jeff from Vulture Garage. Amazing gentleman. We're honored to be here, seeing what we can get running for him. Like I said, gang, you see something you like, leave a comment. Now, we're going to start off with this old GMC. Jeff figures this is probably going to be the easiest one because it did drive here and park here, I would say, by the looks of the tires and sand and dirt on the tires many years ago. But he's confident, and it's complete, that it will run. We appear to be looking at, I don't know, a 283, 350. We're going to find out if it's free. This belt is extremely loose, but what we're doing today on most of these is just seeing if we can get them to start. Because honestly, if a vehicle will run, it's just worth more. We're going to get the fuel set up. Where we got, okay, we got a good access point for fuel right there. We can pop the fuel line off and give her. What's the issue here? It won't open from the outside?
Won't open, there's no knobby knob.
Duke's a hazard? Oh, there you go.
Got to keep the window down to get in.
Watch the paint. Just don't forget to push the clutch in this time.
Clutch is in, buds.
I know, but I'm just saying, you almost ran me over that one time. I rode the front of that truck. We didn't have a camera going, sadly, but I rode the front of a truck years ago because Bobo didn't push the clutch in and it caught quicker than we thought. It was pretty funny. I wish we would have had a camera. I'll run the car about here. You just go ahead and crank it when I tell you to, and hopefully it cranks and we'll see what happens here. Okay, also try to make sure it's in neutral just in case the clutch doesn't work.
Oh, a little sticky.
In between the gears. There you go.
There we are.
Okay, see if it'll crank. Well, nice. Well, that's the easiest one we've ever done. Look at that. Okay, crank it again. And get in there, sorry. Lord. I just apologize to the truck, Bobo.
You do that quite a bit, you know?
Well, it's because I look at them as entities.
Yeah, you do.
They all have a story. I mean, imagine this thing when it was winching people out of the snow or hauling firewood. Like, there's more to vehicles than just scrap iron. Give her.
Give her?
Yeah. That's a solid engine. Well, that's success. That one's a runner. I think we just set a new record.
Yeah, buds. And you know what? This is the nicest clutch I've
Felt in any old truck?
yeah. Like, that is smooth.
I'm starting to think these Chevy guys might be onto something.
Right?
And this sucker has been sitting a while, man. Like, I'll give you guys a close look at the engine bay and stuff here. It's not like it ran recently. That's number one. If you guys are interested in this truck, drop a comment. It's actually pretty solid, definitely salvageable. Factory four-wheel drive. Has that amazing 70s Warren winch on it. Let us know. All right, gang. So, listen, we're slowly being converted to a couple of Chevy guys here. We're gonna need some water for this bad boy. So this one, if you take a look, guys, someone's put a fuel filter in it that's relatively recent. I'd say it's about a year old, and it appears to have a newer fuel pump. And we're told that it is the most recent running vehicle here. So I'm gonna try to drive it. So I'm gonna pop this, look at this, guys. guys and gals out there that know old vehicles know what kind of air filter this is. It's called an oil bath. So you used to put oil in it to trap the dirt before it would go into the engine. We're not going to worry about having an air cleaner on it today. And speaking from experience, when you lift an oil bath air cleaner off, if you're used to paper element filters, be careful how you tip it. You can spill dirty oil all over your clothes. I did that with the 39 Ford. It was pretty funny. Bobo laughed so hard he dropped the camera. Okay, I'm gonna throw this Optima in here. Okay. So you'll see too, guys, every time I put a battery in a vehicle for the first time, the reason why I do this is to check for sparks, to see if there's already a load on stuff, and to be honest, to make sure I've got it hooked up right. And we better double check the oil on this one. Did you check the oil yet? I haven't.
I haven't.
Okay. She's good. It's dirty, but not crazy over full. It's only a little bit over full, and it doesn't look like it's got water in it. What we're dealing with here too, guys, is a 283 Chevy small block. And apparently it's got some gas in the tank. The problem is new gas turns into goo. Now, luckily, Jeff at Vulture Garage is a car guy. So he puts 94 non-ethanol fuel in everything when he parks it. So we should be okay here. The flap's closed, so I gotta get the crap out of the carburetor. Because engines don't run on sawdust. It's also a fire hazard. If I'm gonna drive this thing around, I don't want it to end up burning to the ground because all the crap on the intake lights on fire. Moving right along into the vent on this Rochester 2-jet. Every carb has a vent to atmosphere for the float bowl. Fill the float bowl up and it'll give you a better chance on having it run and then pulling gas up from the tank. Now, by the looks of that fuel filter and fuel pump, I do believe that the fuel in this will burn. Shouldn't have too much rust in it, and it's got a filter right there, so we should be all right. All right, Bobo, I'll hop in, crank it, and see what happens.
Wicked.
Well, it's charging. Man, these old Chevys are awesome. This is sweet, man. What do we got here? First, second, where's low? Third. I think that's reverse. Yeah, there's reverse, so the clutch works. That should be first. Yeah. She's idling too. That should be neutral. Let's double check. Slowly let the clutch out. All right, she's idling. No horn. Might have a little exhaust leak. Well, I say let's put some water in it, put some air in the tires, and see how this thing drives. Wicked. All right, so we put a little 50-50 antifreeze water mix. It gets real cold here in the winter, so we don't want to run straight water in it. This old girl's for sale. If you guys are interested in this, he's only asking $3,500. And yeah, she looks rough around the edges, but picture it. Put some fenders on it, set of rockers, give her a quick splash of paint and drive it. Enjoy it. Not everybody has to be driving around in a fully restored truck. Bobo's over here putting, say, 30-40 pounds in the tires. Just
This one already had 2 pounds and I'm at 18 now. I gotta go another 22.
well, that's the good thing about bias plies, is you run them all the way down to 2 psi, and the sidewalls are so strong they hold up. So this truck here, she appears to be a light 3/4 ton, a heavy half. Let's take a look here, a little My Classic tire action. Fisk Transportation. The baldness level on this tire is epic. It is baby butt smooth.
Do we match?
How much air is it? Oh, you've got more tread.
Okay.
Okay, pump her up, Bobo.
What's the issue, bro?
This has been folded out for a long time here. This will give you an idea of how long this old girl's been sitting here. So you never can tell. You try to use, you know, some ASI, automotive scene investigations, to figure out how long something's been sitting. But it doesn't appear to leak brake fluid. brake fluid will actually evaporate and slowly leak out over time. So we're gonna try to pump the brake pedal up because I'm gonna drive this truck. And if I'm gonna drive it, I wanna be able to at least try and stop. I'm gonna go pump the brake pedal. You guys keep an eye on that and let me know what happens.
Bubbles.
Oh, I'm starting to get some pedal.
Going down.
Yeah. It might have a back wheel cylinder, but it's a manual transmission truck. So as long as it's got first gear, I should be okay. I'll top her up just a hair more here. Oh, clip that back on. All right. Let's go for a rev. The accelerator pump's not the greatest. There's second gear. She's got a little misfire, guys. No big deal. Oh, we got a little bit of brakes. Let's go for reverse. Make sure we don't crash into the fence. Well, not going to win any drag races, but it's a driver. All right, let's put her back in her home. I don't want to overheat this bad boy. Woo! Let's go! Love it! Guys, gals, bring these back to life. The environmental impact of an old vehicle is far paid its environmental price. And I bet you this is probably more reliable than my new Dodge. I hate to say it, but that was impressive. The potential is here. The history is here. The poor man's Impala back in the day. Look at the supercharger. Imagine the road trips and the memories that were made in this car if this car could talk. It's not just an old vehicle.